So we're on page 203, session 3 of lesson 10. And this is another multi-step problem, and it is a story problem. So what should we do first? We should read it first. Miss Dennison packs up the books in her classroom for the summer. Each box holds 9 books. She has 24 math books and 27 science books to pack in boxes. Write and solve an equation to find how many boxes Miss Dennison needs for the books. So it's a lot of words. If you're not paying attention, you can really get lost in it, even if you're reading it. So what you need to find first is the actual question. Okay. What is the story problem asking you to solve? It's usually towards the end. So let's read the last sentence. Write and solve an equation to find how many boxes Miss Dennison needs for the books. So all of this. Okay. Important stuff is that we're going to write and solve an equation to solve for how many boxes she will need. Okay. From this, we need to say what information from the story problem is going to help us write an equation to solve it. So now we have to reread it again. Miss Dennison packs up the books in her classroom for the summer. Okay, doesn't matter. Didn't ask us anything about summer or classroom. Okay, we never have to read that again. Each box holds 9 books. There we go. We're talking each box holds 9 books. Okay. She has 24 math books and 27 science books to pack. So this is important. Now, okay, so those are all the books that we have, and this is how many books each box will hold. So we could even write this down. Each box holds 9 books. Okay. How many books does she have? She has 24 math books and 27 science books. Okay. How am I going to solve this? How am I going to decide how many boxes she needs? My first thing that I would do would be to find out how many books total I have. So how am I going to find that total? How am I going to decide how many books that she has all together? Am I going to add, multiply, subtract? I'm going to add. So we're going to add the amount of boxes that she has. We can even label this step 1. So I have 4 plus 7 is 11. And then I have 2, 4, 5. So I have 51 books total. And each box holds 9 books. So this means that I have to divide. Because I have to put equal amount of books in each box. So we're going to go 51 books divided by 9. And we have talked about how to divide before. You could draw your 9 circles. And then count dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Ooh, okay. So how many equal amounts do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. So we'll need 5 boxes. But then we have some left over. That would mean that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books left over. with a remainder of 6. So how many boxes are we actually going to need? We have to pack all of the boxes. We can't just pack some of the boxes and then leave some books behind. So we actually need 6 boxes. One of the boxes just won't be full. So this is one way we could have done this. We can also skip count by 9s. Okay, we could go 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Uh-oh, that's more than 51. So let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remainder 6. Same answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remainder 6. But how many boxes do we need? We need 6 boxes. Okay. So these are your 2 options for division right now. The standard division that we practice sometimes in our entry tasks would be 51 on the inside, 9 on the outside, and then you're going to go to try to get to 51 as close as possible times 9. So I know that 9 times 2 is 18. Let's try a different one. I know that 9 times 5, let's do 9 times 5, is 45. I'm going to subtract. And then I have 6 left over. So it's remainder 6. 5. So the answer is 5. Remainder 6. Same as all the other answers, but this still means that I need 6 boxes because I can't just leave 6 books behind. Okay, so those are all the different ways that you can solve with division. I do want to know the way that you prefer. I do not like this one. This one takes a long time. But if this is the only one you understand right now, that is totally fine. It just takes a long time. I would prefer you to skip count. And then we'll get to this one later in the school year. You will be required to do this later in the school year. But right now you can just work on this. All right. So, oh my goodness. Okay. So this was not the end of this. I know I modeled all these different ways to follow it, but we didn't actually answer the question. The question is saying, write and solve an equation. I showed you this way first because I wanted you to see the steps. But to actually write the equation, you need to go back and look at what steps you used. So first, we combine how many books she had, remember? To find that total. That's how we got this number 51. So the first step would be in parentheses, and we would say 24 plus 27, because that's the very first thing we have to do. What did we do after this? We found that there's 51 books, but we had to put them into 9 boxes. So we divided by 9 to equal B for boxes. Okay? So that's the equation. And then the answer was 6. Okay? I think math gets so pretty, but it does get messy. So make sure you box your answers. I wasn't going to go over these, but we're just going to pick and choose which ones to go over. So once we found that solution, what did the 5 in the solution mean? Well, the 5 meant full boxes. There were 9 books in each of those boxes. The remainder 6 meant that there were 6 books left out. So how many books are left that do not make a full box? 6. Is another box needed? Well, yeah, we have to take the books with us. So how many boxes does she actually need? She needs 6 boxes. Okay. Those are the only ones we're going to go over right now. Okay, so now I want you to use whatever method you want to use to solve this. But let's go through it together. You have to write and solve the equation. You have to write an equation. How you find the equation can be up to you, but you have to write the equation. So Candace shops for hiking gear. She picks out a $95 tent, a pair of boots for $54, and a $38 backpack. She has $200 to spend on gear. Write and solve an equation to find out if she has enough money for the hiking gear. Write and solve an equation to see if she has enough money. Okay, let's start with that total. Okay, so the total, she has $200 to spend. So this is our total. Okay. She wants to buy a $95 tent. And if she's buying it, that means she's subtracting it. She also wants to buy a pair of boots for $54. And if you're buying it, you're subtracting it. And a backpack for $38. If this answer ends in a positive, then she does have enough money. So this is one way you could write this equation. Is there another way you could write this equation? Yes, there is. You could say the total, $200, minus, and then you could add all this up, which would be 95 plus 54 plus 38 equals money. Okay. It does ask us to solve. So I'm going to do this one. I like this one better because it's easier for me to add without making mistakes. So I'm going to add 95, 54, and 38 off to the side. And then this would be 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 8 is 17. I'm going to make my 10 first here. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. So we have 100. So 200 minus 187, because all of that equals this. And this equals M. And then we have 200 minus 187. So she does have enough money, but let's find out how much she has left over. We have to borrow. So she has $13 left over. Okay. So we wrote the equation. So the equation that I like the best is this one, but this one works too. But I'm better at adding than I am at subtracting. So I'm going to add them all together first and then subtract them. So my solution is $200 minus 95 plus 54 plus 38 equals money. And yes, she has enough. Okay. So look at your problem, your answer to problem 8. Does Candace get any change back from her $200? Yeah. How do you know? So yes, she gets $13 back from her. So yes, she gets $13 back. And I know this because she only spent 100, so you could just say 200 minus 187 equals 13. And then that's how you know. Number 10. Adam wants to buy the same number of puppets for his 4 friends. He has $53, and each puppet costs $2. Write and solve an equation to find how many puppets Adam can buy for each friend. Show your work. Okay, so our question is, write and solve an equation to find out how many puppets Adam can buy for each friend. Okay, so he has 4 friends, and each puppet costs $2. So 4 friends times the $2. We have to do that. He has a total of 53. So it's going to be just like the problem up here where we have our total in the front, because that's how much money he has. And then he's going to spend this much money. Okay. So we have 4 friends times $2 per puppet. So at the very least, he's going to spend $8 on each friend. Okay. So once we get there, we're going to set equal to P for puppets. Okay. Sorry, it's not division. It's divided by. It's not subtraction. Because he has $53, he's going to spend at least $8 because that's how much it would cost to buy each friend one puppet. And then he's going to divide that by 8 to see how many puppets each friend can get. So we're going to go 53 divided by 8. I got 8 because 4 times 2 is 8. Now, you could do the circles, or you could skip count. I'm going to choose to skip count. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. Oh, that's over. So we're going to stop at 48 because I don't have more than $53. So that means I can buy one set of puppets. So that means each friend gets one puppet, 2 puppets, 3 puppets, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this equals 6, and I do have a remainder. So I'm just going to count on. So I have 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. That means I have a remainder of 5. Okay. So he can buy each friend 6 puppets. What does the remainder mean? So what does the remainder of 5 mean? That means that he has $5 left over after he buys the puppets. So when we're thinking of these multi-step problems, if we're given a total, we have to really think about what is being taken from that total. Okay, are we going to divide it up? Or are we going to subtract from it? So it's your turn to try this on your own on page 207 and 208. And really pay attention to what the question is asking. Underline that question first and then find the information that you need. Okay? Underline that question first and find the information that you need.